Hey guys, it's Kia, the curl consultant. Today I wanted to show you really quickly how I do my super fast wash and go. I tell my clients all of the time that I'm able to be washed, conditioned, styled, and dry in about a half an hour. So I want to test that out and make sure I'm still being accurate with my timing since my hair is getting longer. A lot of my philosophy centers around the idea that just because you have curly hair doesn't mean that you have additional time, right? Doesn't mean that you have a bunch of free time or a full day per week to be doing your hair. That literally is just an insane idea to me. The idea of a wash day is totally crazy. So, moral of the story, I want to do my best to show how I wash my hair. Obviously, you're not in my bathroom, so I'm going to use my sink here in my salon. Boop, to replicate what I would do at home. So here we go. Let's get the timer going. Now that my hair is completely drenched, if I was in the shower, obviously wouldn't be as messy, but we're gonna give this a go, see how it works. So right now what I'm using is Devacurl's Low Poo. This is one of my favorite in the whole world clarifying shampoos that I have ever found for curly hair. As you can see, I'm able to really just breeze through my hair, which is something that I think a lot of the times clients are surprised by. I tell them like, oh yeah, I hop in the shower, I wet my hair down, and then I just start, working through it, really focusing on my scalp, and they kind of look at me like, how could you possibly just like glide through your hair like that? Well, like this. Part of that you're seeing, that ease, right, is coming from the formulation of this Devacurl shampoo. Part of that you're seeing is coming from the fact that I frequently detangle my hair. I, at least 2 times per week, am going through my hair, if not more, and making sure that I have no knots in my hair anywhere. So just going through, I like to, when my hair gets longer, my hair is sort of at the cusp of short and long, right? Ooh, I like this. It's very nice. When my hair gets longer, I'll take a clip similar to this, a clip right here, and I'll take that into the shower with me. It helps me keep my hair separated while I'm in the shower. But this motion that I'm doing right here is really super duper fundamental to cleansing my curly hair. No brushes, right? Just using my fingers to clean my hair. Last corner. Right now I am at 3.5 minutes. So if you can imagine being in the shower, you can think about that, because I also do everything really in the shower so that by the time I'm out of the shower, my hair is totally done aside from drying. Yeah? So I'm able to comfortably come through my curls, no tangles. Then I really go in there before I rinse out and make sure that I'm really scrubbing my scalp. Yeah? Really cleaning my scalp, especially in this area in the back of my head, called the nape of your head. Yeah, it's very easy for buildup and sweat and the sebum that our skin naturally produces to build up in that area. Yeah, so I also focus specifically around my hairline. Since I do wear makeup a few days a week, I sometimes get buildup there as well. Okay, cool. Now that I've done this, if I was in the shower, I would go ahead and rinse this on out entirely. Okay, Now I've completely rinsed that shampoo out of my hair. I made sure when I was rinsing that I don't see any kind of foam, that the water coming out of my hair is totally clear. Yeah, I want to make sure that everything is smooth sailing. So now, using the exact same motion that I used before, I'm going in with what I'm using to condition my hair. Today, because my hair has been feeling especially dry lately, we have super duper hard water here where I live in San Jose, California. And so since moving here, I've noticed that my hair is a lot drier. What I'm using is Devacurl's Melt into Moisture Masque as my conditioner. I oftentimes use masks on a more regular basis as a conditioner because I find that they do a lot more effective job at hydrating my hair. It's kind of the idea that I'd rather pay a bit more, get a really good product, and get a really good wash and go out of it. That means that I get more days out of my hair, which means I have to wet my hair less often, and that puts less tension on it and really, you know, kind of just doesn't disturb it as much, because that's what, as so many of us know, curls prefer that you just kind of let them do their thing for the most part. I'm just getting this last back fourth of my hair. I generally, kind of for the most part, split my hair up into 4 quadrants. When I'm in the shower doing this, I'm constantly adding more and more water. But you can already see how juicy looking and defined my curls are just from using this mask. Timing wise, right now I'm at 10 minutes and 22 seconds, which I think is pretty darn tootin' good, especially given the fact that I totally had a crazy moment over at the shampoo bowl where I definitely almost, you know, sprayed everything everywhere. When I'm in the shower, something that I'm not really able to show super well right now, but I will do my best to demonstrate it this way. When I'm in the shower, I oftentimes will flip my head over, which I'm not doing now just because it would be super duper messy. But for the area anywhere above where my head starts to round, I like to pull my curls out from my head. Yeah, versus down here where I'm pulling them down. I found that that's a more accurate representation of my curls' growth pattern. Yeah, so these guys, you know, just pulling out and letting them fall, making sure I'm saturated everywhere, and that again, no tangles anywhere in my fro. And it's funny because I think a lot of people would be surprised that my hair gets so small, right? That's the thing about curls. My hair is not actually, oh, I like this. This is like some cute Frederick Douglass realness. Yeah, my hair isn't actually super duper thick. It's that I have a lot of different curl patterns going on in here. So when it dries, it gives the appearance of a lot of things going on and a lot of hair, when in actuality, when I used to wear my hair straight, people would always be surprised. My ponytail is not that big. My ponytail is kind of little, yeah? Because I have mixed hair, my mom is Caucasian. She's super duper 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 fair, and her hair is quite thin. She has a lot of density on her head, meaning squares per inch, but her hair is themselves are very fine. So I got some of that because I inherited from my mom. Okay, now that my hair is super duper duper conditioned, I'm gonna rinse this out. Okay, now that I've totally rinsed that out of my hair, same deal, making sure that the water runs through super duper clear. Now I'm gonna do Briogeo's Curl Charisma Gel, which is one of my favorite more defining hold gels that I found for my hair. So I'm going to use that exact same motion that I used before to go through my curls. Now, keeping in mind that if I was in the shower, and you can see how they're just super happy, plumping right on up. If I was in the shower, I'd be using a whole lot of water. to constantly wet my hair down throughout this process. So it's a little bit messy to show you looking like this, but I think I'm doing a pretty okay job, all things considered. So like you saw, I just split my hair generally into a couple of different sections. I'm using my fingers to comb through my hair. Now I'm going into the back. A lot of the nuance to applying styler properly for curly hair is making sure that you have a really even distribution. I like my bangs right now, by the way. Making sure that you have an even distribution of product in your hair. You'll see that I do this little squish motion, and that's just to encourage those curls to do, you know, what they might be thinking about doing. Might just give them a little extra help. So now up here at the top of my head, like I was doing before, oftentimes starting to pull the curls up a bit more as we get up here on my head, yeah, and then letting them fall like that, yeah. I want to make sure that I have even saturation over the sort of sides and top of my head, since they're all gonna need to look the curls you want to look even. Otherwise, if you don't have even product distribution, you can end up with areas of your head that are poofy, while others are not. And that is generally not what I found people are really going for. Right now I'm at 17 minutes. So if I was in the shower at this point, all I would be doing, since my hair is, you know, pretty much done, you know, once I was happy with however my curls were laying and how they're feeling, I think they're feeling really nice right now. They're already feeling way better after doing this treatment and such. So all I would do is take my towel that I hang over the edge of my shower, and I dab these guys off, yeah? I shower off my face, shower my body, that way I don't end up with product and residue on my shoulders, cause any like zits or anything. I get out and I let this air dry. That's it. That's the whole thing. I let it air dry. When my hair is dry or very close to dry, I'll go in and I'll maybe shake it up a little bit. You can make a little video on that, show you how that looks too. But for the most part, this is start to finish how I do my full wash and go, including clarifying shampoo, then conditioner, in this case a mask, and styling, which in this case was a gel. So that's the whole shebang, 20 minutes. Now that I'm ready to pop under the hooded dryer, the last thing I'm gonna do is, and this is something that I do when I'm in the shower, yeah, is just to use my little towel to get the excess moisture off. And you can see that I'm not going crazy here and roughing things up, yeah. I'm just using this almost to dab that extra moisture out of there. That way this will dry faster and more evenly as well. Yeah. So now I'm just going to chill out for like 10-15 minutes here under my hooded dryer. I know not everybody has a hooded dryer, but they're actually a pretty cool little investment. If you're already you know, looking for a blow dryer or a diffuser, I'm a super duper big fan of this hooded dryer. It's actually from Sally Beauty, under $100, and it allows me to wash my hair, condition my hair, style my hair, and be out of the door and dried and like ready to go in a half an hour, right? Which is something that, like I was saying, most curly haired people would think, Kia, you're totally cuckoo bananas. But right now, including all of the back and forth that I've been doing and filming this video, I am at 25 minutes. Yeah, so it's definitely possible to do a wash and go, in this case, and partial dry in under 30 minutes with my length of hair. And keep in mind that the process that I took is going to be super duper similar regardless of your length of hair, regardless of your texture of hair. We might, you know, swap out some of the products that I would suggest, but really for the most part, the process in terms of getting your hair completely saturated with water, then going in and washing your hair with a clarifying wash. I do like to alternate clarifying wash with a co-wash or sort of a more cream-based cleanser. Boy, I could talk about that in a whole other video. That's a whole other story. So in this case, yeah, clarifying wash, rinse it out, condition my hair, rinse it out, put a little styler in, dry it up, and then I'll be good to go for, on average, 3 to 4 days without wetting my hair. That's just how it works for me. Everybody's routine is completely different. Right now I'm just turning my little head around to make sure I'm getting all the way dried in here. Ooh. Just want to say shout out to my brow artist, Maya Moore, right now, because I have not a lick of makeup on. I knew it would all get washed off during the tutorial. So right now, I'm going to show my brows again because they were looking great. So my brows actually have no makeup on them, and I can touch them. This is a new development, isn't it? And I'll be doing a video about that too. Microblading, Maya Moore, Jovance Salon, Pinole, California. Hand to God, this woman is a miracle worker. I'll talk about that in the progression of my microblading, though, in another video. So for now, back to these guys. If I feel in here, my hair is actually drying quite fast. Sometimes you can see I just go in and do a little tiny shake to make sure that things are actually separated inside of there. Right now I'm at 28 minutes, so still giving this a dry. If you have longer hair, I suggest sometimes plopping your hair up, yeah, in the back of a hooded dryer. Boop. That way it dries too. Plus it makes you look like cool and like a sweet Victorian hairdo. I never go above low to medium heat with curls because they are so susceptible to damage, yeah? So right now I'm using this bad boy on the low heat setting. There's also a cool setting, which is very awesome. If you have a little bit more time and feel comfortable with cooler air, you can, turn it to cool, and that's a very simple up there. One thing that I really like about this dryer is it's very portable. It actually collapses down into something super duper small. So I have a number of clients that have gotten this for their house, and they pop it behind their chair in the living room or a space in their bedroom, because it does get really tiny, probably only about 2.5 feet that it collapses down to very easily. And they can hang out, do emails, hang out with their kids, and in 10 minutes their hair is dry. So it doesn't necessarily take a bunch of equipment. It doesn't take a bunch of setup to be able to have sort of a very lovely home salon experience, because we're hit 30 minutes. My hair is drying really well. It's got what's called a crystalline cast or a gel cast right now, so you can feel that can you feel? God, who am I? But I can feel that my curls are drying. They still do feel a little bit firm, but you can see that they can bounce around, which is great, which is one of the reasons that I like this gel so much, is because even though it provides a very, very nice hold, it's still also very, very movable. All right, 40 minutes. Thanks so much. I'm Kia Faye, the Curl Consultant. My website is thecurlconsultant.com, located in San Jose, California here. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.